Next on Worcester News Tonight, the Arctic blast hits central Massachusetts. How Veterans Inc. are helping those who served our country stay warm. Plus, phones have been ringing off the hook at a Shrewsbury catering company as Patriots fans prepare for this weekend's big game. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. In response to the cold weather, Worcester Public Schools announced a 2-hour delay on Friday. Temperatures in central Massachusetts struggled to reach double digits today. Here in Worcester, Veterans Inc. is reaching out to those who served our country and may not have a place to escape the bitter cold. Our Cam Jandros live in downtown Worcester tonight. He has more. Cam?
Anna, it's not snowing, but like you mentioned, it struggled to reach double-digit temperatures today, right around 5 to 7 degrees right now here in the city of Worcester. And Veterans Inc. is saying, imagine being outside, not having a place to go in and warm up on a night like this. Well, they're reaching out to any veterans saying, the door is open, come on inside. The freezing cold temperatures has Worcester's Veterans Inc. making a call out to any homeless veterans.
Veterans Inc. offers to any veteran at any time an open door. It's a place where they can come in and get warmed up, they can get a good meal, they can get a change of clothes.
The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs reports more than 37,000 veterans were experiencing homelessness last winter, making up nearly 9% of the nation's total homeless population.
They saw an increase even just at lunchtime to come in and get warm and get a good meal, so it definitely has increased our numbers.
Temperatures in the single digits Thursday made for a cold commute home. Some saying it's hard to imagine not having a place to warm up.
It's brutally cold. It's freezing.
Having to walk the streets to be able to get over to our dorm, but you feel it.
Veterans Inc. will help hundreds of veterans throughout the winter. The nonprofit says they have one of the highest rates of transitioning veterans out of homelessness at 85%.
And employment and training is a very big thing for us. Supportive services for veterans and families, which really aims at preventing veterans from becoming homelessness, stepping in, providing a temporary financial assistance.
Now, Veterans Inc. says they have 85 beds and 6 emergency beds available for any veteran at any time. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right here on Grove Street. They say if you know any veteran struggling with anything in their life, feel free to stop by. Live in Worcester tonight, I'm Kim Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
Students in Worcester may have been able to stay home from school today, but for some, work must continue. Doctors are reminding people if you do have to go outside, make sure to take the proper precautions. Our Chandler Walsh has the story.
The bitter cold and wind have many in Worcester County staying in the warmth of the indoors. People like Lenny Stano don't have the luxury.
It's cold, it's very cold.
The attendant at Peterson Oil in Worcester was busy pumping gas. He says the colder it is, the busier it is, and he layers up.
Thermals, I get my regular work clothes, and a heavy jacket and a sweatshirt.
Doctors are warning of dangers like frostbite and hypothermia. John Broach is an emergency physician at UMass Memorial Medical Center and says the cold can also worsen a person's respiratory issues.
We've certainly had a number of folks who, without being frankly hypothermic, have certainly had illnesses related to the cold and making their underlying conditions worse.
Broach says it's important to stay well-nourished, hydrated, and layered. If trouble does arise, UMass EMS is on the lookout for warning signs.
Look at them, see how they dress, are they appropriate for the environment. Then you look at the physical signs, are they acting normal? Are they still shivering? Are they not shivering? Where their mental status is.
Construction worker Jeremy Taylor spent the morning hours working in an uninsulated building. He says they sent people home because the temperatures make it difficult to use their hands and get work done.
You learn over the years that this productivity just doesn't meet the standards when it's this cold. These guys just don't want to work, and then morale goes down too. And you just don't want your guys suffering.
UMass says to cover exposed skin and limit time outside. For Peterson workers, it's part of the job.
Oh, we don't get breaks. There's no breaks here. The cars just keep coming and going,
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A former Worcester WPI football player has filed a lawsuit against the school and the NCAA. He says he suffered concussions due to the school's reckless disregard for the health and safety of generations of its student athletes. We obtained a copy of the complaint from the Houston law firm Reisner Slania LLP. They are representing Donald Robert, who played for WPI in 1999. He's seeking $5 million. The suit claims the NCAA and WPI knew about the debilitating long-term dangers of concussions, concussion-related injuries, and traumatic brain injuries which result from playing college football, but disregarded the information. Robert says until at least 2010, there were no adequate concussion management protocols or policies in place to address and treat concussions by student athletes. He says during his time on the team, he suffered from numerous concussions and now suffers from issues including depression, memory loss, and suicidal thoughts. WPI released a statement to the Telegram saying our top priority is the health, safety, and well-being of all members of the WPI community, including our student athletes, and would not comment further on the case. It's that time of year again to file your tax return. Thursday was the deadline for employers to mail out W-2s. Tax advisor Poonam Walia says the government shutdown delayed things a bit. She says they didn't start filing until Monday. Taxpayers are about to file for the first time under the new tax code, which took effect in 2017. The act nearly doubled the standard deduction to $12,000 for one person and $24,000 for married couples in 2018. Walia says one of the biggest positives is the child tax credit, which is $2,000 per child this year. The biggest negative is employer business expenses paid out of pocket are no longer given a deduction.
The employee business expenses is going to hit a lot of salespeople or, who just drive a lot or spend money on travel for work purposes or take out their clients for dinner, can't write it off anymore. Or at least, we were able to write 50% of that out, can't do it anymore. The salespeople.
Walia says you should file your taxes sooner than later. The last day to file taxes is April 17th. Super Bowl 53 is 3 days away, and many are gearing up for what's become to Patriots fans an annual Super Bowl party. The phones at Napoli Italian Deli and Catering were ringing off the hook Thursday. Owner Rod Haddad says the restaurant has already received more than 50 catering orders. He says the Patriots' success this time of year is great for business. They even have a special Super Bowl menu they offer. The restaurant is closed on Sundays, but this Sunday the staff will be in early to get orders ready.
They do well, we all do well, so it's a good thing. We're lucky to live in Massachusetts with great sports teams. All the Boston teams do well, so it's it benefits everybody, especially the Patriots. They're going to get a 6-1. We all know it.
Haddad says some of their most popular game day dishes include wings, pulled pork, and stromboli. Other central Massachusetts businesses are also noticing an increase in sales. Liquor stores and distributors say they typically see an increase this time of year if the Pats make it to the Super Bowl. Our Brittany Schaefer has the story.
Patriots fans are thirsty for more than just a win on Sunday. According to the website alcohol.org, the average Pats fan drinks 6.6 drinks on game day.
Tarek Mrozkowski is looking ahead to Sunday. He will be in the stands watching the Patriots take on the Rams in Super Bowl 53.
We're heading to Atlanta on Saturday to go down to the game, so we figured we didn't want to miss this one, so we got a good feeling about it.
It will be Mrozkowski's 4th time attending the big game, but the Patriots aren't the only reason he celebrates this time of year. The owner of Ted's Beer, Wine, and Spirit says the days leading up to the Super Bowl are some of the busiest of the year.
It's like night and day when they are in the Super Bowl. I remember one of our slowest Super Bowls is when they had lost in the AFC Championship and Peyton Manning was in the Super Bowl, so it was one of the slowest, so it really does affect how people perceive, how people watch.
Ted's gets their beer from Atlas Distributing Inc. in Auburn. Vice President of Sales John Saloy says their business increases 20% when the Pats are in the Super Bowl.
This is almost as big as 4th of July for us, so we have more trucks, longer hours, and we'll probably be delivering on Saturday as well.
The beer distributor is filling hundreds of thousands of beer orders across central Massachusetts. Saloy says having the Patriots in the Super Bowl 3 years in a row has been great for business.
3 years in a row has been enormous for us, and it's almost gotten to the point where we're expecting it, so I hope Tom Brady never retires.
The Patriots are 2-1 when Mrozkowski's cheered them on at the Super Bowl. His prediction for Sunday:
I don't care how they do it this year. I just want to win. That's. I think they will, though. I think they got it. There's something about this team.
While I hope the Patriots win, predictions aside, based on what I saw today, it's safe to say fans will be enjoying the game responsibly this Sunday. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
The Worcester Cultural Coalition is looking to update its Out to Lunch Summer Concert Series logo, and they're looking for the public's help. They're asking artists, students, and residents in Worcester County to submit a design for the new logo, which will be used in promoting the festival series set to kick off in June and continue through August. The coalition says the design should reflect the Worcester community as well as the festival's artistic and cultural significance on the common oval. Along with having their design showcased throughout central Massachusetts, they'll also receive a $150 prize. Designs can be entered online through the coalition's website. The deadline is February 25th. A new Worcester fire engine is officially blessed at a ceremony Thursday. The blessing took place at the South Division Fire Station on Southbridge Street. The new Engine 2 is one of the busiest serving the Main South area. It will replace a 22-year-old engine, which will continue to serve the city as a spare if needed.
Firefighting is a dangerous job, and it is my job and my administration's job to figure out a way to make it safer. Technology and these new fire trucks are just one piece of the puzzle.
The new engine is being paid for with fiscal year 18 capital funding. The city says investing in new equipment helps keep the city safe. The American Heart Association is asking everyone to support women's heart health by wearing Red Friday to raise awareness. The association says 1 in 3 women die from heart disease and stroke each year. It's the #1 killer in women.
So what we really want to do is take care of people in early stages so that we prevent these things from happening in the first place. So that means attention to the things that are risk factors for developing heart attack and stroke. Things like high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, diabetes.
Doctors say being in tune with your body could save your life. According to the association, 80% of heart disease cases can be prevented.